This is Garrett Fry from the Matte Painting for Filmmakers project. As you may know, one of the goals of the project is to translate the video presentations on this site to as many languages as possible. So this video will show you how to upload your audio and written translations through the Matte Painting for Filmmakers website. I just want to thank you in advance for your willingness to help out on the project. Matte painting and visual effects is gaining ground and being used all over the world more and more now, and this is a great opportunity for you to represent matte painting to your country of origin. After you have completed the audio and written translation of a presentation, I will put it all together and post it up on the site. Your name will be at the end of the video presentation, and on the right hand side of the written translation page will be posted your picture, bio, and a link to your portfolio site. So let's now show you how to use the website and how to upload your audio and your written translation. On the top menu set there is a new menu called Contribute. So if you click on that, it'll bring you to this page where this video is posted. If you go down on that page, there's 5 steps for doing your audio recording, a little information about how to choose a microphone, what software to download, your export settings, and just some general tips for recording and having good recording. So to access the video presentations and to upload, you're going to need to create an account first. So if you click on Create Account right there, you will be brought to a page where you will fill in your information in order to register to do these recordings. On this page are some of the general things that you would expect: name, username, email, password. I would prefer that you use your full name here so that we can keep track in the database better of who has done what and for what translation for what language. So if you include that information, these last 4 fields are not mandatory, but if you do fill them out, that gives me the information I need in order to post your information on the page after you've completed the translation. So your photo upload, user bio, and then a link to your website. So after you fill this out, and you will be given immediate access to the site. So let's head back over to the website. I have already registered, so I'm just going to log in here as myself. And once I log in, I am given access to this other menu set here. And right here is the matte painting pipeline. This is the only presentation at this point that is online. So this will be filled out with all of the other presentations. But on the side here, you can see that there's different slides. So slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, and then there's 2 other menus here that we're going to go over in a little bit. So let's just go ahead and go to slide 1. And on this page, this is for the matte painting pipeline. You can see here that presentation, and it's slide number 1. Up here, you can navigate to the different slides of that presentation. If you go down, this is the original text that goes with this slide, and some fields to fill that out. And then up here is a place to upload your audio. So if we, what I would suggest is just to copy this guy and go over to Google Translate. You can access Google Translate by going to translate.google.com, and on the left panel here you can paste your original text, and on the right it gives you the translation. So, and you can pick whatever language that you need. Go ahead and select that. copy it, go back over to the website and paste it in. And you can grab this little handle here, push it out to the side, move it down, and that will give you enough room to look at your whole translation. And at this point you can proofread it and make any corrections that need to be done, because Google Translate is not going to be perfect. And then in the notes panel here, you can write any notes that you would want me to know about this particular slide. That's not required to fill anything in here, but just if you wanted to write something, you could. So down here in the language, you go ahead and select your language, and then click Submit. This will now take this translation for this particular slide and log it into the database. And you know it will do that because it says thank you for submitting your translation. So the next thing that you'll be doing is submitting your translation for your audio. This little panel right here, audio upload, will be the way that you upload your audio. So if you go ahead and select your language and then select your file, if you notice here, the naming convention that I have chosen is the slide name, Matte Painting Pipeline Slide 1 _ Spanish. If you could do the slide name and then Spanish and make sure that the slide number's in there, you can go ahead and select that. You can either upload an MP3 or a WAV file. MP3 files are much smaller, so that's up to you about how you want to what file format you want to upload. I have instructions for how to make MP3 files. That's pretty easy and straightforward, so that a lot of times is going to be the better choice for you. So go ahead and select that. It's brought it into the panel here, and you go to Submit. It will upload that, and then it will tell you after a little bit, it'll tell you that it has submitted your audio translation. So now that you have done that for this slide, you can go ahead and you can do that for other slides that are here. And then if you want to go back and check the things that you've already submitted, you can go up to the Contribute menu. And there's two other menus here, written translation submissions and audio translation uploads. And let's go ahead and look at that first. Okay, this is the audio translation uploads page. So you can see everything that's been uploaded. And I actually, I didn't show this, but I actually submitted the same file twice. And as you can see, that the database will add a unique bit of numbers and letters at the beginning of your upload, so that way it does not it doesn't write over the same file, but it makes them unique in the database. So let's say that you uploaded your first one and you found out that it was not correct and that you needed to upload another one. What you could do is you could go to this original one that you uploaded that is not correct, and you can go ahead and change the state of it to trash. Click Set, and then that will mark this one for deletion, and I will know that this is the correct one to be used. And if you do change your mind, you say, well, that actually is the correct one, then you can go up here and set that to done, and it'll mark it as done. So if it is blank here, let's go ahead and set this back to trash. If there are uploads that are blank, that do not have a state associated with the file, I will assume that that is the correct one. This trash and done is basically just to manage the ones that you have uploaded that you do not want anymore. So if you go ahead and you click on one of these, you can see the information, and you can go and download this again, and it will you can download it again and check it if you'd like. So if you go back, you can also create from this view. You can create your own entries. I would not suggest doing it this way. The best way is, and I have a little warning down here that tells you to do it the other way. It's better to do it through the slides. That way there's less chance of user error, and it's actually easier to use. But if you had to, you could go through and you could submit your audio files this way. So let's go ahead and go back. The next one that I can show you is the written translation submissions page. So up here is the written translation, and as you can see, I've done this a bunch of different times, but this gives you the translation, the slide, and the language, and any notes that you've included. So if you want to make sure that only the correct one comes up, then you can go ahead and change the state to trash. And then if you're concerned about the translation on this one, or if you've seen an error in the translation, you can go back and you can edit this. You can edit this slide. So if you find out that you need a period there or whatever, then you can go to save, and it will save your translation for you. Yeah, and then we go back to page there. You can also use filter options. One state that I have included in this thing is that maybe you have done the translation, you know it's not perfect yet, so you just do a WIP, or work in progress. That will just let me know that it is a work in progress and is not quite done yet. So with all this functionality in the site, it should be pretty straightforward and easy for you to do your audio translations. I want to thank you again for your willingness to participate and to do all of this translation for the project. It means a lot, and thank you very much.